Hello everyone and welcome to another fantastic Yuri stream. Hello Vince, hello Tornado, hello Azalea. That's not very nice of you. I'm not very appreciative of that. Who else is here? Come on, who's here? Everyone who's here say hello. Come on. Don't leave me hanging, everyone. You will watch Toxic Yuri and you will... Oh, hello, the Carbo fan. You will watch the Toxic Yuri. You will. Hi, Gotti Anton. Hi, Whitespace. You... Okay, I checked it, but not because I care about what your audience might be uncomfortable with or anything. Just because I'm curious. Baka. Okay. Hello, Jlartuous T. I don't think your name is Jlartuous. Hi, Toast MC. A lot of new names here. Where is... Well, give the Toxic Yuri... Give it a minute. I'm waiting for people to filter in. I'm waiting for people to show up. Okay. I have to let people actually show up. Oh, hi, Jill. It's time... Yeah, it's time for Gem. It's time for what everyone has wanted this whole time. You pronounced Jlartuous? Of course I pronounced Jlartuous. Of course I did. Satisfying your yearning? Okay. Before we get started, by the way, Mirabelle's gonna be with us to read with us and hang out with us while we're here tonight. The content warnings for tonight's stream. Directly from the game's page. Misogyny, arranged marriages, drugging/poisoning, kidnapping, arson, physical and medical abuse, talk of murder and suicide, descriptions of dead bodies, the continuing misgendering of a transmasc character, and two characters who are not related by blood referring to one another as sister while in a romantic-ish relationship. Nothing, no sex though. There's not gonna be any sex though. So there's not gonna be any sex. So if any of that makes you uncomfortable, no, you can leave. That's okay. The view count just went up one, actually. Okay. No, but yeah, no. If any of that makes you uncomfortable, do not watch this stream. There, no harm, no foul. This stream is not. This is not like this is a stream that's just for funsies. Yeah, no, we're going full in all the way in on Toxic Yuri tonight. This is enrichment for me, okay? Last night's game was too wholesome. Or like the other night's game, that was too fucking wholesome. I need something just dirty, raunchy, fucking makes you hurt a little bit to read, you know? You should be like kind of hyperventilating by the end of it and feel a little bit lightheaded. I'm trying to remember, there was a game. It was that game that was about the BPD girl. Right? That was just like really fucking visceral. That was a good one. I think that was a really good one. It leaves you like a little bit disoriented after reading it. Excuse me. Okay, who's still here? If you're still here, say hi. Story of my life? No, literally. Oh god, yeah, no, that one was very visceral, very raw. Hopefully this one is just as visceral and raw as that one. Okay, we are not here for light emotions. Cal, can we watch that one Yuri movie that, like, had us, like, struggling to sleep at night halfway through? You lost track halfway through and didn't get anything? I hope you went through and rewatched it, because that was like a really good one. Okay. Well, we actually have a special guest for our Yuri night here. Realizing there's levels to this Yuri shit. Oh yeah. No, half the people who talk about Yuri are just fucking LARPing. If you only like soft Yuri, you are a fucking LARPer. Yuri should make you want to like throw up and cry by the end of it, genuinely. Yuri needs to be visceral and a little bit hurtful. And also, by the way, I'm going to be eating cookies and milk this stream. So anyways, our guest today is Mirabelle Calbian. Mirabelle Calbian, if you want to say hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Are you ready for a good night?
Yeah. Let's do it, gang.
Hold on, let me eat my cookies and milk first, though. Because I'm going to turn my lights off, but I don't want to miss any of my cookies and milk. When I told my dad that I've been eating cookies and milk at night, he literally said, "Aw," like, try to make fun of me. I realized afterwards I should have said, "Don't aw me, I'm gangster." Don't aw me, I'm gangster. Yeah, everyone say hello to Mirabelle. Everyone say hello to Mirabelle Calbian.
Hello, Ganyan-san. Hello, everyone. No one else. Did anyone else say hello?
No, we only just got them.
I'm not on live
they
chat.
Only got it. Like, nobody else has said anything since that.
Oh.
There's a lot of men saying that they're not. Oh, Yerbo said hi to you.
Hello, the Kuribo. Hello, Kurbo fan. The Kurbo fan. Gelartuous tea.
Yeah, Gelartuous tea is a very interesting name.
Right? It's very...
It feels like it's a trans girl's fault for shitposting. Do I go down for saying that? Maybe I'm crazy. Because they said that they're not familiar with Yuri.
What? I just got this on my timeline.
Porn or slop. This could, yeah, no, it's piss. It's piss gem. I mean piss coal. What could possibly be funny about that?
You fucking correcting yourself. It's piss coal.
Yeah, it's piss coal. Because a normal person has opinions on piss, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's fucking stupid.
I'm not the one playing around in that situation, okay?
What do you mean?
I stand on business.
What do you mean?
I stand on business. I'm trans. I don't know about gelartuous. Alright, I'm gonna stop stalling. And let's get into the itch.io night. Everyone, look at that. And we've got both of us on the screen. Are you seeing that? You're on this.
You got a screen share to me.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That's true. That's true.
Or I'll hit you.
Maybe I shouldn't screen share to you.
Okay.
Whoa, chat. Are you hearing this? So do we play in English or Russian? Are we playing in English or Russian?
That doesn't say Russian. That says Pichkin.
Yeah, Russia. That's Russian.
No, that starts with a P. Are you stupid?
Yeah, it's picnic. Picking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you stupid?
Well, I'm obviously gonna play in fucking English. Anyone who said Russian is stupid. My Abihime, one of the goats. One of the goats, quite frankly. Oh god, the music is really loud. Your glass heart in my hands, baby. Well, first, I do this every time before stream. I've done this every time before stream. Okay. I really...
In fact.
I don't even really know what this is about. I just saw that there was maids in it. And that it was really, really messy. So, let's get into it. Oh.
You know, the only the only reaction to the content warning and announcements is a transgender flag.
Hold on, I have to make myself smaller and I'll sit in your lap. Cal, can I sit in your lap?
You can sit in my
Awesome.
lap.
I'm sitting in Cow's lap right now. Because otherwise I hide the text. I'm sitting in Cow's lap. Is this Gem?
Yeah, that's Pet Jam.
I am not. I am not. I am not.
Small kitty.
What the fuck ever? What the fuck ever? You are fast asleep. You are drifting through the darkness, a seemingly endless abyss from which there is no escape. The darkness shrouds you from all sides. It lays on your supine body, thick and heavy, like a mantle, pressing down on your lids until it threatens to dislodge the eyes which lays behind them. You are lost in a deep, dreamless sea, a sailor tossed amongst the towering ocean waves. Sorry, I'm getting the milk tickles. The dark...
A milk tickle? What does the milk tickle
Yeah,
mean?
you know, when your throat gets a little bit mucusy after having, like, dairy or chocolate or whatever.
Oh.
Milk tickles. The darkness is more unforgiving, however, than any waves, for it does not undulate. It is there eternally, perpetually, an immovable, unshifting constant. Wait, I should probably hide my cursor. Okay, no, it's already off, thank God. The darkness is in your ears. It stops up your nose. It would fill your mouth too if you dared to open it. It would choke you like so much dirt poured into the gaping hole of an open grave. The darkness drowns you. It buries you. It consumes you. There is nothing but the darkness, leagues and fathoms and feet of it. But you were a person once, you know, before you found yourself in the sorry state. You had a name. Perhaps you had several names, and thoughts of your own. Feelings, too. You had friends, a family, perhaps. You had a life. You might have had many lives. You are one, yet you are many. Fragmented, your past dances behind your eyelids like shards of glass, sharp to the touch, and yet, will you reach out to touch these broken bits and pieces of your past? Do you dare? Oh. Wait, oh.
You gotta do the maid first.
I have to do them. Wait, who do we do? Do we do scientist, nurse, or maid first? What do we click?
We know what you want. We know
okay,
what
but
you
I'm
want.
asking chat, though. Let's see. Nurse, maid, scientist, it looks like. You get 2 minutes on this poll. 2 minutes, everyone. Vote. Vote, everyone. Vote on the damn poll. Nurse, maid, or scientist? Vote. All of you are fucking stupid for voting scientist. Anyone who is found to have voted for scientist is getting fucking kicked from the stream. I'm so fucking serious. I will ban you from my fucking chat. Don't even joke. We have 9 votes and 13 concurrents.
We gotta be voting.
Maid can still win. Maid can still win. Maid can still win. Yeah, that's right. Everyone vote maid. Anyone found to vote scientist gets banned from my fucking chat. Vote fucking maid right now. I'm so fucking serious. I'll fucking bite you. I swear to God, okay? Not you, bitch.
He's gonna bite me.
Yeah, I'll bite Cow. Yeah, how about that? If it's tied maid and scientist, I'm picking maid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say.
You gotta be voting.
The second that the clock turns 11:10, I'm ending the poll. Come on, two of you haven't voted. Vote maid. Vote maid. Come on, you got this. You got this. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Huge? 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 Game impact? Game impact? Game impact? The people are speaking. The people are speaking. Yeah, Maid Gang. Can we get hashtag Maid Gang in chat? Can we get Maid Gang in chat?
The people are speaking?
Yeah.
Are they dogs?
Hey, you wanna know the funniest part about all this? I can't see who voted
What?
for what. I genuinely cannot see who voted for what. I just tricked you all into doing what I wanted by threatening you. You all are fucking... would it be a microaggression if I called everyone in chat cattle?
Yeah. I've been saying it's a microaggression this entire time and no one listens.
What if I say it anyways, though?
It's because you hate me.
No. You're one of the good ones.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, no, here we go.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
One of the good ones.
You continue to drift in the darkness. It submerges you like tar, like oil. There's something oddly reassuring about the darkness. Something soothing. Milady? But you hear a voice calling out to you, through the veil of blackness which surrounds you. Something which stirs memories deep inside you. You recognize that voice. You are sure you know them, though you can't put a name or a face to them. Not just yet, at least. Excuse me, milady? And this realization is like a flickering candle, one which soon turns into a burning beacon. You might not remember who you are, but perhaps this person will. Perhaps they can give you a name, an identity to latch onto, and in so doing, they can save you from the darkness. Milady, it's time to wake up. You do not, you suddenly realize, like the darkness very much. It no longer feels as reassuring as it did. It ceased to be a comforting cradle song and instead has become something stiflingly oppressive. You fight against it, your eyes wide, frightened like a startled pony's, and then... The light which rushes forwards to meet you is sharp and spiky, and it lacerates your eyes, penetrating them like pins. Your head spins. For a few moments you feel sick. Your whole body aches. Oh, milady, my poor dear lady, are you still feeling ill? But you feel a hand upon the small of your back, massaging you through the fabric of your nightgown. It is a broad, wide palm, flat and reassuring, and fills you with warmth. You exhale, trying to gather your bearings. Slowly you breathe in, and just as slowly you breathe out. You blink, disturbing the gauzy white spots which have begun to drift, jellyfish-like, across your vision. Then you glance about. You felt dazed and disoriented upon your waking, but now you've awoken from your deep, dreamless sleep. Something like familiarity begins to settle upon you. You're sitting in a grand four-poster bed, one with pale blue sheets and pale blue drapes. Your bed is piled high with soft, plush pillows, and your favorite bear is sitting behind you. A large, furry creature you call Percy. Yes, that's right. You remember Percy. And you remember this room, too. You remember the cream walls, the landscapes in their gilt frames, your vanity table with the circular mirror and the little perfume bottles arranged upon the counter, and your favorite wide-brimmed sun hat with the length of satin ribbon tied about it. You remember where you are, and perhaps most importantly, you remember who you are. You are a young lady of some renown, whose family possesses a considerable fortune. Well, of course you're a young lady. There's nothing else you could be, really, awakening in a fine room like this. You are a lady. Not quite a princess, but definitely not a pauper. And the woman sitting beside you...
Are you good?
Huh? Oh no, I was just thinking literally me, you know?
Well, you should say it. You should say your thoughts.
Why would I ever do that?
Are you stupid?
Are you stupid?
Are you stupid? You're stupider.
You're stupidest.
I'm gonna grab your head from behind since I'm behind you, and I'm gonna noogie you.
Hey, stop! Ow!
Say you're stupid. Say you're stupid.
I'm
Say you're stupid.
I'm stupid.
Okay. I let go.
I actually gave myself a fucking noogie for that one. Ow. The top of my head is very soft because I have to brush really rough. Ow. Let me drink my milk. Second. One lick at a time, of course. You'd have broke from reading all that? Oh, that's not a lot. That's nowhere near a lot. Are you alright, milady? Is your head still causing you pain? I am here, you know, if you need me for anything. And I've brought you your breakfast up, too. Perhaps that might help. She is your maid. Her hair is dark, and it is tied back in a sensible braid. Her eyes, meanwhile, are dark, large and liquid, and lined with large, doll-like lashes. A small smile plays across your maid's face, almost motherly as she says, "Would you care for a cup of tea?" You blink, still a little groggy. You've come to your senses, more or less. What in the world were you dreaming about? You can't quite remember, but you are sure it was disturbing. But you still feel somewhat disoriented. You know your maid as well as you know the backs of your own hands. Your ashen face which reflects back at you in your mirror. You've been close for many years, ever since you were children. She's been working here from the tender age of 12, when she first started as a scullery maid. You are 4 years your maid's junior, and you can recall coming across her in the corridors when you were a little girl, catching your eye in the garden while she was engaged in hanging up the laundry, so she began to giggle. You liked the look of your maid, with her brown hair and her bright, easy smiles, and you knew from the first that you wanted her. You wanted to make her yours, and so you did. When you were a little older, old enough to require a lady's maid rather than a nurse, you asked your parents if they would let you make your maid officially yours. You'd never asked your parents for anything before. They drummed it into your head that you needed to be a good girl, demure and mealy-mouthed and virtuous. They told you not to want things, not in a deep emotional sense at least. Ladies can be as selfish and various and capricious as they please. They can lust after beautiful dresses and beautiful jewels and finely furnished homes, but other people. That is one thing ladies cannot desire. Ladies cannot be seen to yearn. To yearn is to be weak, and your parents have always been so strong, so self-sure. You feared that your parents would castigate you for wanting the maid so, for wanting to make her yours. But to your surprise, your parents did not scold you for your impetuous request. You thought that your desire would be obvious, stamped across your face, but your parents did not seem to see it that way. They, with their dark and unfeeling eyes, did not see your maid as being so very dissimilar from a beautiful dress or from a beautiful brooch. They thought of her not as their own person, but as an object, something which could be bartered and traded.
You also fucked up another word. It was avaricious, not avarious.
Okay, what the fuck ever. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best here, okay? Okay, do you know the things I'm reading right now? Do you know what I'm reading right now?
You're trying very hard. I apologize.
You take over then, Smarty Pants. Let's see you to get cracked at it, wise guy.
Continue.
I wonder what the content warnings are. Oh. They did not imagine. Yeah, you can just tell me to do things.
What?
It don't.
I don't know what you mean.
Whatever. They did not imagine that you asked for your maid's exclusive attention because you yearned for her, but because you simply, selfishly wanted her, which are two very different things. Your parents could not fathom how much you cared for your maid, how much you care for her still. Now she is your everything. She is not just your lady's maid, though that is her official title. She's your best friend, your closest confidant, the one you love more than anybody in the world. It would not be an exaggeration to say that you adore her. You love her as intimately as it is possible for a woman to love another woman. Perhaps even more intimately than is thought strictly possible. You might be the lady, and she is your maid, but sometimes... Milady, are you alright? Sometimes when you look at her, you wonder whether she is not the one holding all of the cards after all. Did she catch your eye on purpose all those years ago, so that you might pick her out from the rest? So that you would elevate her from her position as a mere scullery maid? Was this all pre-planned? Have you been dancing all of this time in the palm of her hand? There are many things that you wonder, your past distorting like a kaleidoscope, but... Are you still feverish? Your face does look rather flushed. Perhaps you aren't in the mood for tea right now. But no, you tell yourself firmly. You are being silly. You are certain that your maid has no ulterior motives. And even if she does, why does it matter? It doesn't change how much you care for her. And it does not change that she remains your only ally. She is the only one in this miserable pile you call a home who smiles at you. She is your dearest friend, and you do not want to make her worry. She's done nothing to deserve it. You smile at your maid and tell her that you had a bad dream. You do not feel like yourself, but a nice cup of tea might help. Oh, but of course! I've already prepared the tea for you, milady. I think it ought to have cooled down plenty, but just in case. Your maid plucks a delicate teacup from its saucer, which was resting on a tray, then brings it up to her lips. Softly, she blows upon it. The meniscus? Goddamn. So many fucking big words in this. This is a very pretentious fucking Yuri, actually. For me to not know a word.
It's not pretentious. It's not pretentious for using big words. It's just flowery.
Meniscus?
It's Yuri.
Tough, rubbery cartilage in the knee? That can't be right. That can't be fucking right. That can't be right. What the fuck is... What? The rubbery tendon of the T? Okay, so that was just a completely nonsense word that they thought nobody would actually look up. The meniscus is a fucking type of rubbery tendon in your knee. I told you this was a bullshit big word, cow. I told you. Softly, she blows upon it, the rubbery tendon of the tea rippling from her warm breath. There is something sensual about the way she blows upon your tea, something which makes your stomach flutter. But the moment soon passes. Your maid hands your cup of tea to you, with a light and lilting. Careful now, it's cooled a little, but it's still hot enough. I wouldn't want you scalding yourself. You thank your maid for her thoughtfulness and bring the teacup to your own lips. You do not need to blow upon the tea within yourself, not when your maid has completed this ritual on your behalf. The tea is not hot in any case. It's slightly warmer than lukewarm, but holding the teacup does not make your fingers tingle. You look at your undulating reflection within the brown tea for a few moments, your lips pursed. And then, under your maid's watchful gaze, you begin to sip. You let the taste of your tea unfurl across your tongue, just like the petals of a flower. Your tea is somewhat bitter, but you've heard this is for your own good. Your maid has been buying herbal teas from Dr. Godwin, which are supposed to fortify you, to give you strength. Dr. Godwin is your physician, and you've seen her a few times since you fell ill. You're surprised your parents are willing to put their faith in a lady doctor, given how awfully old-fashioned they are, but Dr. Godwin has a sterling reputation. She does come highly recommended.
Do you think the doctor is poisoning? You're the maid, so do you think she's poisoning me?
Are
you good?
Why would she do that? lady.
Amy,
What?
you can't even control yourself on stream?
I'm holding my wrist, fucking looking away from my computer. What do you think? This is bullying. Chat, Cow is bullying me. No, undulating is a real word. Cow, you're bullying me.
I was gonna say it sounds like you're trying to RP or something, but you're like making up lines for me.
What? What do you mean I'm making up lines for you? What?
Because it's like, you say this.
Yeah.
And then you read the lines of the Maid. It's like you're making up lines for me.
Fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, should I say I say? Yeah, should I say I say? Because I'm the maid, I guess.
I don't know.
Okay. But not even she has been able to aid you. You like to think that these herbs your maid has been mixing into your tea are helping in some small way, though. But even if they aren't, you cannot fault your maid for trying to help you. Your maid has always been your most loyal ally. If you cannot trust her, you can't trust anybody. You sip at your tea demurely, both your hands pressed about the cup, while your maid smiles at you. Her smile is soft and tender, so much so you can melt from it. Your maid's smile mixes, or at least it seems to, with the sun's light as it spills in through your windows, and with the warm tea sloshing about inside your cup, it is in such a way that you feel fortified. Sometimes you think that you live on only for quiet, understated moments like these, those spent with you and your maid. There is nobody else who makes you feel like she does. Nobody in the world. She's the only one who makes you happy. And you know that you love her more than you have ever and will ever love anybody else. Outside, you can hear the birds chirping, the leaves whispering secrets to one another as they shift in the breeze. It is a beautiful morning, and it promises to seg you into an even more beautiful day.
Segway.
No, that's not fucking segue. Don't fuck with me.
It's not seg you, it's segue. That's
No,
segue.
it's not.
That's how you
No,
spell
it's not.
segue. It is. It fucking is. Look it up. Look it up, you stupid fucking cat.
No way.
It's segue. Are you fucking stupid? That's how you spell it.
I've never had to spell segue before.
You illiterate woman.
I
I nearly said this is why you're a Maid.
thought it was CGWAY. CG. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was fucking spelled the same way as like the fucking scooter thing. What does the cow one in the back even do? I'm sitting on Cow's lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
Usually I would move my mouth, but I can't see it.
Yeah, here I'll just hold on. I'll move out of the way for a minute so if you ever can see your mouth.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. No, I'm getting back into your lap now. I'm getting back into your lap. There we go. Anyways, yeah, I guess it's segue. Fuck. It is a beautiful morning, and it promises to segue into an even more beautiful day. Would that you would rise from your bed to greet it, standing by your open window as the breeze plays through your hair. You wish to throw these covers off yourself, which lay atop you like a stifling prison, and cross your bedroom. You've always been a delicate girl with a dainty build, yet you should be able to manage walking a handful of steps. It should not be any great ordeal, and yet... You poor thing, your maid says, in a gentle voice which makes you feel small and insignificant, like some sort of pet. You can still move, can you? Oh, wait, no. You still can't move, can you? No, not auto mode. Fuck off. Your maid is right about that. For the last 2 weeks, you've been assailed by a most curious illness. I'm not fucking saying Fortnite. Fuck off.
Hey,
No.
Fortnite.
No.
Say it. Read the fucking text as
No.
it's written. You were illiterate.
Fine. For the last fortnight, you've been assailed by a most curious illness. The illness leaves you feeling weak and lethargic, so much you struggle simply to sit up in bed. You've always relied upon your maid to aid you, and you've been relying on her more than ever recently, after this illness has more or less incapacitated you. You find it hard to do much more than breathe, but at least your maid is sympathetic to your plight. She tuts, then says, I know you've not been feeling well lately, but it's alright. I'm here for you, milady, and I'm not going to go anywhere. I promise. You can rely on me. It's my job to look after you, and I mean to do that to the last, until the bitter end. That is probably what she means to say. Is your illness so advanced that she can see the Reaper looming over you, scythe drawn? But she evidently decides this is too grim of a topic to discuss. Not this early in the morning. Your maid forces a smile instead, and says, Well, never mind that. I'll be here, like I said, so try not to fuss. You've no need to be lonely. Now, shall I help you dress? I know you mightn't be able to move far from your bedroom, but that's no excuse for slovenliness. Let's get you looking presentable. As your maid, it's my job to care for you. Oh, your maid exclaims, as if this has only just occurred to her. And I need to brush your hair, too. It's so lovely and long. It'd be a shame to leave it so tangled. I don't know what you were dreaming of last night, milady. Were you being stalked through the wood by some sort of monster? But you really were writhing a lot. You wrapped up your covers and your hair is an awful mess. You let your maid guide you to your wardrobe, or to be more precise, you lean on your maid as she hauls you to the wardrobe. You're not so very weak that you cannot stand on your own 2 feet, but you are weak enough that you cannot stand on your own 2 feet for long before toppling. You find it hard, too, to walk. You can only manage to shuffle, dragging your bare heels across your floor, but your maid seems pleased with your pitiful progress nonetheless. Very good, milady. You're doing much, much better than yesterday. Does your maid really think that? You do not feel any better. If anything, you feel even worse. Oh yes, I'm sure of it. You're definitely on the mend. I can see it in your face. Your cheeks are starting to get their apples again, and you no longer look so pained. We need only wait a little longer, and I'm sure you'll be back to your usual self once more. Then you can leave your wretched bedroom, and you might be able to take a turn in the gardens once more. Doesn't that sound nice? Your maid keeps up a steady series of chatter as she strips you of your nightgown and dresses you anew, attiring you in a rich green gown, the color of grass and apples. Those are 2 different colors. That's...
Grass and apples, that's my favorite.
Well, do you like green apples?
I don't mind green apples.
Yeah, right? Like...
I like grass and apples.
which one do you prefer?
Oh, out of what?
Grass and apples.
Maybe grass.
Really? I thought you were gonna say apples because it's sweet. Yeah, that's right. Moo bitch.
That wasn't a moo. That was me
I
saying
know,
oh.
it sounded like a moo.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. Sorry, I just need chances to clear my throat. Because, you know, the milk tickles and stuff. I love how I can tell who's who in chat. There's the people who aren't tucking in for this, but I can tell the real Yuri yearners, like fucking Rose and Jill, are like sitting down and watching this shit. I know damn well Rose and Jill are both here. Both of you say hi. Watch. I bet both of you are right here watching, comfy, in bed. I'm calling it. If both of them are here, I want $50 right now. I'm calling it.
I can't give you $50.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I don't actually want $50. I like say that to emphasize. You know, like,
Oh.
yeah, I tend to say that to emphasize. Yeah, Jill's right there. Jill's right there. I'm a real Yuri yearner. No, okay. I'm sorry. Frighteningly, though, I'm not seeing Rose. Oh, goodness, has Rose left? Oh, goodness gracious, that's unfortunate. SMH. 10,000 curses upon Rose. Oh, you're about to send me $50? No, don't. Can you send Cal $50, please? Please send Cal $50, please? Question mark?
No, because she can't use buy me a coffee.
I can't stop you from sending money, but if you could, I would very much so prefer that Mirabelle gets it. I'd prefer if Mirabelle got the money, but if you still want to send it to me, you're allowed. Oh my god, it's Mom! Hi, Mom! Oh my god, I've missed you! Hi, Mom, I think of you often. Hello, Mom. Oh god, back to every time I say your name, it always sounds like I'm saying Mom. Hi, Mom. It always sounds like authentication fail. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. Fuck. If you insist... Do you have, like, any other way for someone to send money to you, Cal? Pleading face emoji?
I only have fucking PayPal, but that's got my, like, legal name. So, no.
Okay. Jill, just make a new email. You've been up since 3:30? Oh, goddamn. Okay, I'll get back to reading. You need something to help you get back to sleep. It's Friday. You can sleep in. If you have classes today, fucking skip them. You need to sleep in. Today is not a day of work. Newly attired, your maid then steers you to your vanity, where she might brush out your hair, slowly and methodically removing all of the knots which snarl and snare against the brush's bristles. You sit there demurely, feeling rather like an oversized doll, a bloodless being made of porcelain. Ever since your sickness, your maid has been treating you like something to be cosseted, a beautiful object of peerless value that's at risk of losing its worth with every bump or bruise. She treats you incredibly gently, but part of you wonders whether she is not being too gentle. Is she being too deferential? You feel the gulf in your social statuses more keenly than ever when she fusses over you like this. When she fastens your buttons and ties your ribbons and runs that brush through your hair. You almost wish that she would not bother so much, that she did not care so much. But if your maid did not care, who else would be left to worry about you? Your parents have not been to see you since you fell ill. They seem not to care tuppence about you, but your marriage negotiations are continuing unimpeded, as if nothing has occurred. Your maid tells you as much as she brushes your hair, pausing to tease out a particularly stubborn knot near the right side of your scalp. You feel the bristles of the brush against the top of your ear, and you shudder from it. Oh, hi, energetic dear. Hello. I think what's your email? Well, I can delete the post immediately, Jill, if you want. But I'm sure Mirabelle would delete the post immediately. You're being lied to you for a month.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Cal deserves and needs the money right now.
I don't
Yes, you do.
want.
Don't argue with me, or I'm gonna, like, not wash your dishes so well today. Tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I have power too, bitch.
I just want 8 then.
Oh! Blows my brains out. You feel the brisk.
Grows my grains out.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Shaboom. You feel the bristles of the brush against the top of your ear, and you shudder from it. Your maid seems not to notice as you tremble. She's too entrenched in her tale. She clicks her tongue and then says, I can hardly believe your parents did not send Lord Worthing home already. He's been here for well over a fortnight, and for what cause? You are sick. I thought your parents might send that odious lord home for at least a brief spell so that you might recuperate. But I suppose that would be asking for too much. They refuse to give you any peace, you poor thing. While you languish up here in your bedroom, they are still talking of your dowry. Oh, fuck. Your mother just can't help herself, and neither can Lord Worthing. They might fancy themselves as being elegant and refined, but I see nothing to commend in them myself. They wear their fine suits and fancy dresses, and they spray themselves in lavish perfumes. But all of this artifice cannot hope to disguise what they truly are. They are nothing, your maid continues, her grip tightening about the handle of your hairbrush. More than beasts. Beasts, you ask, and then you wince. Your maid is digging the brush through your hair with no small amount of force, and it's starting to hurt. What does she mean by that? Well, what else am I to call them? They're trying to divide you up, milady, into pieces. They sink their teeth into you, and they rip and they gouge, and they mean to tear you asunder. Your mother is the worst offender. She's been determined to marry you off ever since you were a baby, but your father isn't much better. When they look at you, they don't see their own flesh and blood, a daughter they must protect, whom they have a duty of care towards. Instead, they see you as a bartering piece. They want to distribute you like an asset, to sell you off to the highest bidder, so that they may increase their own social standings. They don't care about you, your maid continues, her voice tightly controlled, perhaps self-consciously so? You can see your maid's face reflected back at you in the dresser, inverted so it looks subtly wrong, not quite right. Your maid's eyes flash like fire and brimstone. I'm so sorry. Your maid's eyes flash like fire and brimstone, while her jaw is tightly set. She is gritting her teeth together so hard, you wonder whether the enamel will splinter. It seems worryingly apparent that if she allows her temper to consume her, she will do herself harm. In that moment, you care not about the pain in your scalp nor how harshly your maid is dragging the comb through your curl. All you care about is your maid. You love her, and you know that she loves you. But it is because she loves you that her temper flares like this. Always hidden, behind closed doors, so that your parents will never see it. Your parents will never know, must never know, how excessive your maid's passions are, how intense her longings. If your parents knew what your maid said about them, they would dismiss her without a second thought. They would throw her onto the street by her ear, heedless of the years of her life she has given to you, heedless of how much she has sacrificed for you. They would not care. You know they would not care. Your maid might be too passionate, with feelings which blaze behind her eyes like the fires of hell, but your parents are uncomfortably cold by contrast. Behind their eyes, you can detect no feeling at all. No emotion, save for avarice. You wish your maid would not worry so for your sake. You fear that she is making herself ill, that she will rant and rave herself into an early grave. Yet you have the uncomfortable sensation as she tries to compose herself that she is right. Your parents really are unfeeling, and so is Lord Worthing. Thinking of him is enough to make you tremble. You wish you were not expected to wed, and if that is non-negotiable, that you were not expected to wed him. Your wish for so much costed away in your pastel bedchamber, which smells of rose water. I'm so sorry, Chad. I'm really sleepy. I'm sorry.
You sleepy
I'm
already?
sorry! I've been up since like 10. That's 13
Aw.
hours, and I had to do a lot of walking, and it was a very stressful day. My apologies,
Aw.
everyone. We won't be ending until we finish the game, though. No matter how much I yawn.
Poor Maid.
Huh?
Said poor Maid.
Thank you. But for all of your wishing, there is precious little you can do. The world is very large, and you are very small. Sometimes you think you have even less value than your maid, or at least she is paid for her services. Not well, of course, but she receives money. What about you, however? You will not get paid when you wed Lord Worthing. Not directly, at least. Your parents are the ones who will profit from you, just as your maid said. As if they were selling a sow at the market. Yes, I know it's sow. It's sow! I know it's sow! Fucking know it's sow. Would you like me to read?
Keep reading, woman.
Yes, go. Is that how your parents see you? Is that how Lord Worthing sees you? Are you really nothing more than an asset to be sold? Oh, if only you were not so young and unworldly. But these wishes are pointless. Just like your prayers. You dare not speak of them. Not even to your maid, who tells you everything about herself. And so they die. Unspoken, your wishes turn to ashes inside your heart. That cardiac muscle which seems over the years to have calcified. You wish that everything would not hurt so much. You wish... Oh, lady, I apologize for speaking so harshly. I never did mean to upset you. You wish from time to time that the world would stop turning. You wish that life was not so complicated and that you could pass your time freely with your maid. She is the only one in the world who understands you. The only person who cares to. You never do speak of your wishes aloud. You've always thought it best not to. I've always worried it would be unladylike, but when you're with your maid, it doesn't matter. She understands how you feel, even if you do not express these feelings in words. Sometimes you think that she might understand you better than you understand yourself. She sets the guilt brush down with a dull thud. Did she realize that was inadvertently causing you pain? Then leans in. She opens her arms, unfurling them like a raven might its dark feathered wings. Then, shifting towards you, she pulls you to her, twining her arms around your middle like a shroud. You feel her chest pressed against your back, soft and full. Feel her breath against the nape of your neck. Her breath is warm, yet it still makes you tremble. How curious. You needn't dwell on this horrible affair now, your maid tells you, her voice soft and soothing. It isn't something for you to worry your precious little head over. Privately, you think that this is indeed something you ought to be worrying about. This directly pertains to you, after all, and to your future. You are the one who will be wedded against your will. Not your maid. But her voice is saccharine sweet. I didn't mess that up, right, ma'am?
No.
Thank you. As it pours inside your ear. Almost sickly, like molasses, as she says. It will be all right. Don't tremble so, milady. No matter what happens, you won't be alone. I'll never, ever let that happen. I'll stay with you. I'll look after you. Come what may, I will take good care of you. So don't fret. Just leave everything up to me. It will be fine, I promise. Your maid leans in a little closer. You feel the fullness of her breasts against your back, feel the warmth of her body, and then as the soft brush of her digits, her fingertips part your hair, which falls down to your neck, about your shoulders. I'm gonna kill myself.
Keep going. You're doing a very good job.
About your shoulders. She brushes your curls to one side to better expose your nape. Then she dips her head and presses her lips to your neck in a tender kiss. You hold your maid's words inside your heart as the hours elapse. As the sun in the sky, once so round and full of yellow, slowly begins to sink beneath the horizon. Fucking of course the sun is round.
And
Right? Yuri is just like lesbian content.
yeah.
It's just lesbian media, pretty much.
They're lesbian medias.
Mm-hmm. I should finish my milk before it gets bad, right?
Yeah.
Remember, all cat girls are mandated to drink 1 glass of milk every day. The government said so.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm not a cat, but like it's similar enough that like I choose to follow it anyways, you know.
You gonna pour at us?
No. How pathetic do you think I am? Answer me.
I wish to remain silent.
Answer me. Fucking answer me. Answer me. No, answer me.
I wish to remain
I don't
silent
care.
as to protect
I'm not
your
listening to you.
character.
I'm not listening to your wishes. Answer.
I think you're really pathetic.
I don't think that's true. I don't think I am.
I think you are.
I don't think I am. I'm not pathetic at all. I'd go so far as to say.
Chat, what? Okay, let's ask Chat's
Okay.
opinion. Chat, do you think Amy's pathetic?
Yeah, chat. Tell me how cool and awesome I am. Because I know that's how you all see me, of course.
You called me ma'am on stream. Girl.
In my defense, I didn't mean to. I tried to play it off as though it hadn't happened. Nobody would have noticed if you hadn't said that. Avy, you're pathetic in a cool way. Avy is pathetic and should be turned into... Excuse me? Excuse me? Avy is pathetic and should be turned into a hound?
No.
That's fucking crazy. Thank you, Kirbo. Thank you, Kirbo fan, for saying I'm not pathetic. And white space. Okay.
I'm gonna like tuck you under my arm and run away because they're trying to turn you into a hound.
Okay, yay! Let's run away, hooray! You are a Skibbity Ohio Rizzler? Okay. Your maid keeps you company as you... Words are hard. Your maid keeps you company in your bedroom for most of the day, as she often does, as she has for the last fortnight, ever since you fell ill. Whenever you find yourself fretting, thinking of your future, you remind yourself of your maid's earlier words. She said there was no need to fret. She told you to leave everything to her. She promised that everything would be all right, and you have no reason to disbelieve her. Your maid has never lied to you before, after all. Why would she begin now? You turn your thoughts away from your parents and from Lord Worthing, and from your impending wedding, and you focus on the simpler things in life. The light, irreverent, frothy things, sweet and silky like the cream in your coffee. You think of how pretty your hair is, now that your maid has styled it so neatly, And you think of how pleasant it is to observe the sun slowly sinking from beyond your window. You think of how you love it when your mate smiles, and how you love it all the more when she laughs. And you think on how she almost certainly let you win that game of whist, although you oughtn't to comment upon it. She is your maid, after all. It is her job to make you happy. If she lets you win in card games, she's only doing her job, though this does rankle. You cannot help but wonder, as you fan your aces and your queens and your kings across your silken sheets, whether your maid would be so content to lose to you, were you of similar social status. There is something affected about the way the maid gasps when, for the third time in a row, she finds herself bested. Something which rings hollow in the way she widens her eyes. She's putting it on. You know that well. This is a one-woman play, a performance the maid has perfected for your sake. She knows her role well, and she acts it with finesse. So much so, you almost wonder whether you oughtn't present her with a bouquet of flowers for her efforts. Part of you wishes that she would not defer to you so. If your maid cares for you as much as she claims, why can she not be honest with you? If you were both maids sitting together in the subterranean kitchens, you doubt the maid would be so precious about the way she plays her cards. She would not make such a production either over each of your victories. Victories which you rather fancy are not hard-earned. You know that she's trying to bolster your ego, but you wish she wouldn't. It creates a curious distance between the pair of you. A distance which itches like a parade of ants across your skin. Enough, you want to tell her, is enough. If you really are my friend, why don't you act like it? Why can't you let me lose for once? We both know you're better at card games than I am. You're much more cunning. What is the point in all this deception? I thought that you at least could be honest with me. You long to tell her this and more, but the words, as always, do not come. Like mercury trapped inside a glass thermometer, your words cannot escape. They have nowhere to go. You swallow them instead, and you smile at your maid. Apologize every time she mispronounces something, asks for approval consistently. I am strong and independent. What the fuck? I am. I literally am. I'm very smart. I have been reading for an hour straight, I'll have you know, out loud. That is hard. Whatever. You swallow them instead, and you smile at your maid. You wish her better luck next time. As she... No fuck. Oh dear. There we go. You swallow them instead, and you smile at your maid. You wish her better luck next time, as she loses for the third time in a row. You wish her better luck next time, as she loses for the third time in a row. Though you know that she lost on purpose. She did it to make you happy. Yet her losses only make you feel the distance between you and her so keenly. Dark, ugly thoughts begin to fill your head, just like storm clouds. But the moon's rays fill your room with gentle light, and it scatters your ungrateful, indignant musings before they have a chance to sour. You should not be so cruel to your maid. You chastise yourself with an admonishing pinch to the inside of your thigh. She is your only ally in this world of wolves, the only one who does not wish to devour you. Wolf girls, DM me immediately. Without her, you would be all alone. You repeat this to yourself like a mantra as your maid announces the end of your card games. It is...
You're supposed to DM me, but whatever.
SMH.
Oh, you're getting jealous now? Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah, you're getting possessive. I hit the nail on the head, huh?
I actually just wanted both girls' attention too. Although I do suppose I get jealous at times. Let me read chat. Oh my god, hi, I love your videos. Oh, thank you, Don Chuche. Sure, what the fuck ever. At that fucking time, real Yuri, and none of that Waka Baka, still Willy Wonka, Camp, Kiki, Waka Baka. Yeah, August? Waka Baka, Willy Wonka, Cap, Kiki, Waka bullshit? Yeah, August?
I loved
Waka Baka! That shit was awesome. I loved Waka Baka. Waka Baka specifically was like a highlight of that. I loved Waka Baka. Whatever, August just hates Madoka Magica. Everyone, form an angry mob and kill Waka and kill August.
Okay.
Yeah. You must go to bed. There will be ample opportunities for merriments come the morn. Now, let me prepare you for bed, your maid says, her voice playfully singing. Which nightgown would you like to wear tonight, milady? You have so many lovely pieces in your wardrobe. You're rather spoiled for choice. There's the pale green poplin and the sheer cream silk, though I'm rather fond of the pale pink Ow.
Yeah?
I'm scared of mispronouncing it.
I actually haven't seen that word before.
Okay,
Huh.
muslin then. I'm going muslin. There we go. It's like Muslim.
It's a cotton fabric of plain weave.
I'm saying muslin like Muslim. That's what we're doing. Okay, it suits you perfectly. Oh! The maid exclaims. The maid exclaims, skimming the gowns in your wardrobe. When I look at all your lovely clothes all hung up like this, it does make me feel somewhat jealous. I know it's not a becoming emotion for a maid such as myself, and yet... The maid's voice trails off, and somewhat abashed, she smiles. Well, never mind. Let us get you dressed, shall we? She speaks lightly, yet she cannot fully mask the envy which pulsated between her words. Her jealousy infests her, just like termites teeming within the walls of a house. Her face practically pulsates from it, seeming to expand, but you do not mind that. You're glad that your maid trusts you enough to show these ugly emotions of hers. You're glad she trusts you enough to be envious. It's almost enough to make up for all of the games of whist which she willingly loses. Almost, but not quite. Your maid helps you with your night clothes. You're so weak that you can scarce manage your buttons on your own, and then she lays you down. Gently, she runs her fingers through your hair, her touch reassuringly cool against your... Sorry. Against your flushed, feverish brow. She dips her head and, smiling, she skims her lips against your forehead. It will be all right, milady, she tells you in a voice so gentle it could make the angels themselves weep. You will be all right. I promise. She soothes you to sleep thus, with talks of paradise on earth, of promises that you need never suffer again, so long as you stay by her side. And, as your eyelids fall shut, you find yourself believing her. Your indignation over these false games of whist soon scatter. Like leaves on trees come the advent of the winter. You begin to doze and dream, and, as sleep captures you, you even begin to wonder why you were so upset to begin with. Why does it matter if your maid lets you win against her during whist? She only does it because she cares. Your maid's caring is apparent upon her face, written in every single furrow upon her brow and inside every single shadow. You see the depths of your maid's affection in person the following morn when she enters your chamber to wake you. You sip at your cup of tea as per the custom, though the tea has not been wholly agreeable as of late. There is an unpleasant earthy taste to it, accompanied by a peculiar bitterness which lingers on your tongue long after swallowing. This must be the strange herbs.
Me?
Yes?
Could I get your attention and creatures?
Yes.
Okay. Did you look? Are you okay?
She hates me! She hates me! Your wife hates me.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Marianne told me that Jill is her favorite, not me. It's not very nice.
It's not very nice. No, no. I'm sorry, Amy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's revised her opinion and you sound less upset
That's
after reading
fucking
that.
crazy. I hope you hold on. What the fuck ever. Chat, I'm your favorite, right? I'm your favorite, right? I'm your favorite. I'm your favorite. Hold on. I know what to do. I know what to do. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. I need all 16 of you to vote in that poll right now. Vote in that poll right now. Vote in the poll. Vote in the fucking poll. In the poll right now. Vote in the poll. You know, I'm noticing that less than half of you have voted, because we have 17 people watching stream. Okay, 9 have voted. Okay. Yeah, everyone. I'm your favorite, right, Cal? I'm your favorite. Cal, am I your favorite? Cal,
What?
am I your favorite?
You're my favorite kitty.
Am I your favorite?
You want me to say that you're my favorite out of everyone?
Am I your favorite?
Avi, I don't have a favorite. You're my favorite cat. Avi. Avi, there's no need to cry, okay? There's no need to cry, okay? Avi. You're being dramatic.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you hate me?
No, you hate me.
Also, why I wasn't in that poll because you hate me.
No, I just have to be everyone's favorite.
Because I'm nobody's favorite.
No. That's it. That's it. I'm rolling around in bed. That's it. Wait. Oh, that actually took a lot of energy. Oh, my bones are in so much. Oh, I smelled that. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm kicking my legs and rolling around. I hope you know that.
That's
I
lovely.
can't hear
Amy.
you right now, but I'm kicking my legs and rolling around on bed. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm rolling around and kicking my legs, and I'm flailing my arms a little bit. I should take my fucking socks off. I don't know why I've been wearing these all day. I meant to take them off like a couple hours ago, and they're digging into my fucking ankles. I have to take these off now. What the fuck? Ow. Yeah. Wow, that really dug deep into my fucking ankle. Oh my god. Yeah, there's like a dent in my leg from where my socks were on. Like a noticeable, like, inch thick fucking dent. Whatever. I still can't hear you, pal. Because, you know, I'm in bed. You know, I was rolling around.
Yeah.
Frolicking in bed stream. Yeah, I do that. Okay. I'm in Toxic Yuri. She's Toxic Yuri. I'm Toxic Yuri. She's Toxic Yuri. I'm a miserable little guy. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you if you keep upsetting me. Okay. Where did I put my earbuds? Where are they? I need to hear Cal. I need to hear Cal immediately. Hold on. Cal, I think I got all the energy out.
Okay. Hello. Hi. Did you see August said you'll never become a favorite if you keep acting like a baby?
I did. I was trying to ignore it. And clearly you repeat it because you agree with it.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Cal, do you remember when?
Yes.
Oh, so it's not right now?
It is right now.
I was trying to do a bit for stream. We've heard the Do You Remember When bit. I know you love me, Cal.
Yeah.
You're my best friend in the whole wide world.
You're my best friend.
Oh, not in the whole wide world?
Oh, in the whole wide world!
No, I understand. Not in the whole wide world.
Oh.
How is that?
I'll put a hole through my head just for you.
No! It just hit me. Me hitting you with the "You're my very best friend" probably felt like the fucking Madoka gif. You got any love confessions? I got "You're my best friend in the whole wide world." You're my best friend in the whole wide world. Yeah, I wore that sock. It was too tight putting it on to like it hurt to put on, and I hadn't taken it off, and now there's a little dent in my leg, and my ankle stings a lot right now. So I took the sock off. What do I do about this?
What?
Were you listening?
No.
Why not?
I'm stupid.
Oh. I thought it was maybe because I was a trifling Floyd or something.
No.
Cal, I don't think I want to get up, Cal.
Do you want to end stream here
No.
then?
I want,
Then you should get
I want
up.
you to make me get up.
Get up, Buttercup.
No, Buttercup, but maybe.
Okay, I won't call you anything
No.
cute. Get up, AV Link's girl boss. Now.
Okay, yeah. I'm up.
Stream. Now.
Yeah. Cat help, pea shooter burst on my window and stole my loom to the okay. Aiming Cower S TOC. What's TOC? What's that? Cat, what's TOC? Oh, Toxic Yuri, yeah. No, Marianne and I are S tier toxic Yuri. Cal and I are wholesome Yuri, okay? Marianne and I are toxic Yuri. She beats me in public. Like, just straight up. Like, when I misbehave, she'll, like, grab my ear and yank me down to her level. Or, like, she'll hit me. Sometimes she beats me with her cane at the mall. But it's okay, because I usually humiliate her in public. Yeah. See, I usually say mean words, so it's justified when she hurts me physically.
That's because you want her to say. You want her to
You
do
have to know
that.
No, this is Mirabelle. This is Mirabelle. Marianne is the pig. This is the cow. Oh, your name's Marianne? Oh, that's awesome. I outspread the word. I outspread the word immediately. Name twin? Yeah, no, I told her. Stupid effing hoe if you're on the Discord. That's her username. You know she calls herself a stupid effing hoe? That's pretty fucked up. I wouldn't call myself that, but it's what she calls herself. So. Yeah, join the Discord, by the way, to meet these awesome people. Yeah, join the Discord. Join the Discord. In the description. Link in the description. My ankle. Oh my god. I just saw how deep that the fucking... Ow. Oh, my ankle really fucking hurts. Ow.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's not. I wore my sock too tight all day and I'm paying for it. I'm paying the price. Call her Barry Ann and draw her into a blueberry soy jack? I'm not showing that comment, but I'm sending it to her. It's an honor? Of course, of course. You force yourself to swallow, in any case, not wanting to displease your maid, even if part of you wonders whether your roles have not become curiously reversed. Surely you, as a young lady, should not care so much about a maid's feelings. You know, if your parents were aware of your feelings, they would castigate you for them. But your parents have never bothered to trouble themselves with you more than is strictly necessary. Perhaps you are being unduly paranoid, worrying about what they might think. When have they ever spared you any consideration? Your condition has been deteriorating by the day, yet still they do not bother to check on you. You cannot remember the last time you even spoke to your mother. Is it any wonder, then, you would turn to your maid for comfort? She is no doctor, but at least she's trying to help you with her herbal teas and the cool flannels she uses to wipe down your fevered brow. Your maid has always been good to you. But she seems to be in something of a curious mood this morning. She paces back and forth in your bedchamber, looking rather like a caged animal. Oh, hi, wolf girl. Her arms are held stiffly at her sides, just like a soldier's, and her fingers are tightly clenched. And with such force, her fingernails scrape against the tender insides of her palms. She wanders to and fro, the hem of her dark, severe dress swishing about her ankles, and as she paces, she hisses under her breath. Though she is speaking softly, the sound is harsh, the verbal equivalent of a scouring brush. You set your cup of tea to one side, back on its patterned saucer, once you've drained it. Then you sit up a little straighter in your bed and crane your neck, trying to listen. You look at your maid askance, and as you do, you think you catch a fragment of her dark and unruly mutterings. How could she? Your maid hisses, wearing a hole in the carpet with her continued pacing. How could she? How could she? Your maid inhales. There is an uncomfortable pause, and then... That bitch. When I see her again, I'll gouge her eyes out. Bash her goddamn head in, that rancid, evil, heartless bitch. Gem. 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 Gem.
Jim.
It's Gem. It's Gem, quite frankly. It's Gem. You stare at your maid mutely, wide-eyed, not knowing what to say or what to do. You do not know what a bitch is beyond a female dog, yet you get the distinct feeling that is not what your maid is talking about. Nobody could ever accuse you, after all, of being unintelligent, nor unobservant. You know that something is seriously wrong, but you know not what that something is. Your maid is angrier than you've ever known anybody to be before. Angrier than you've known anybody could be. You survey her from the safety of your bed, Percy by your side, and you shiver, though your maid is not entirely devoid of awareness. She notices, after a pause, how you shrink away from her, and her expression softens. She turns to you, her expression newly gentle, though, even behind that, you can sense that her displeasure is churning as she says, "Oh, I do beg your pardon, milady. I apologize if I made you uncomfortable." She did make you feel uncomfortable, but you tell her not to mind it, that it doesn't matter. This is what you tell everybody if they make you uneasy. Not that people often ask. They never seem to care about your opinion, which is why you always say that you don't mind. They do not know that this way. You know that this way, it would hurt less when you inevitably discover that they do not mind if you mind, that they do not care. It's better to feign that you do not mind than to be upfront with your feelings, especially when you know that you'll be greeted with apathy both ways. This is how you've been raised. It's what you've come to know. But something doesn't quite sit right about all this. You cannot help but feel that you shouldn't lie to your maid like this. Not about your feelings. Oh, you shouldn't need to. But your maid seems reassured by your words nonetheless. She seems not to realize that you're not telling the truth, or if she does not upbraid you. Instead, she smiles as she says, "Thank you, milady. I knew I could count on you to be understanding. You've always been so good and gracious. Not like your fucking ugly bitch hag of a mother." Your maid is shocked. What could possibly be funny about your ugly bitch hag of a mother?
They call me that.
No! Instead, she smiles as she says, "Thank you, milady. I knew I could count on you to be understanding. You've always been so good and gracious. Not like your ugly fucking bitch hag of a mother." Your maid's short, sharp words take you by surprise once more, and again you blink. You look at her wide-eyed and ask, your voice trembling, "What happened? What did your mother do?" "She did nothing." That's the worst thing about all of this. I tried to tell her earlier that when I paused by the parlor that you did not wish to marry Lord...
Sounds like someone grabbed your tongue.
They didn't. I tried to tell her earlier when I paused by the parlor that you did not wish to marry Lord Worthing, that you were having second thoughts about the whole business, but she didn't listen. She ordered me to be silent. She said she didn't want to hear my opinions on the matter. Yeah, that's what she called it. She said it was a matter, your maid says, spitting vinegar, as though your future was nothing more trifling than a bill from the haberdashers. She didn't care tuppence about what I had to say, and she didn't seem to care about you either. She completely ignored me as though I've not been with you for years. I've always known that your mother's a selfish harridan, but to dismiss me so thoroughly? I was so upset I saw red. I had half a mind to pick up the poker from the fireplace, and you imagine that your maid goes on, working herself into a leather, but here she pauses. He catches your eye and perhaps sees how uneasy her bluster has made you. You cannot read your maid's mind, so you are not sure what entirely she is thinking. "Oh, my poor mistress. I'm so sorry carrying on like this. You needn't hear this. It's not like you've done anything wrong." But you are certain your maid is thinking of you. That is why she is so upset. She is doing this for your benefit, working herself up into a fury over your own inevitable fate. She knows that you do not want to marry, though you've been unable to express as much. You were always taught that women are like small children, to be seen and not heard. But you've never had a voice.
My dad says this.
Kill him.
Like, he actually says that. Women are meant to be seen, not heard.
What's his number? Did I stutter?
He doesn't have a phone.
That's why he doesn't have a job. He
Yes.
stays inside so he doesn't have to see or hear women. In his room. Away from anyone. Please, keep him away from... Sorry, that's not very decent of me to say that of a family member. I'm so sorry. That's rather unkind of me. I do apologize.
You're excused.
I thank you. As you're done forever. Oh, we're talking about your father in chat.
No.
Nobody seems to care overly much about you. Not your parents and not Lord Worthing, but your maid does. He's here, at least, where all others have failed you, and she cares. You do not even need to tell her how you feel, because she seems to divine your mood regardless. She can tell what weighs upon your mind, and she now takes steps to rectify it. She sits upon your bed, the mattress sinking beneath her weight. Then she reaches to take your hands, squeezing them gently so you sigh. She smiles and says, "Well, it's all right. I'll try to fix things for you. I'll sort it all out, milady, just as I've always done. I was born to serve you, milady, and I'll see to it that no awful men will ever be able to bother you again. I promise." Your maid leans in and brushes a few strands of your hair to one side. Then, very gently, she kisses your forehead, skimming her lips against your feverish skin, so you shiver. She draws back, her eyes full and dark, heavy with some intense emotion that she can't quite place. But then, she glances away, and the spell is broken. No longer do you try to perceive what she is saying. It no longer signifies. She smiles and says, "Now, let us speak of lighter things. You still look a bit peaky, so perhaps we can't go outside, but would you like to play whist? I'm gonna do my best today. I swear it. I won't let you beat me again." Now that is a rather funny thing for your maid to say. You know that she could beat you, best you, in whist easily if she so desired. She only lets you win because that's what she thinks you want. Because she feels sorry for you, sitting in your room day after day, with nothing else to occupy yourself. She lets you win as an act of mercy, just as one might put a dying dog out of its misery. She lets you win in the hopes it will sweeten your lot in life. A spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. But you are no idiot. Even if you are meek and mild-mannered, and you know that your maid has been lying during your games of whist. Your victories have all been built on falsehoods. You wish that you could trust your maid, and indeed you trust her more than anyone else you know. That's not saying much, really, when you know precious few people. Your world is hopelessly small. It's just you, your parents, and your maid, and Lord Worthing, though he hardly features. You don't have any friends, while raucous Elizabeth doesn't count. You do not have any allies. You only have your maid. If you cannot trust her, there is nobody you can turn to. And this thought makes you shudder. Your heart clenches inside your breast as though it's been caught in a cage of thorns. You wish you'd not thought of that, but now it has occurred to you. You cannot unthink it. You try not to dwell upon your own hopelessness. But you do wonder from time to time whether you rely on your maid much more than she relies upon you. You are drifting, lost amidst the sweet oblivion of sleep. Your game of whist with your maid proceeded as it always does, with your overwhelming, a little too obvious victory, which left you feeling unsatisfied as always. You passed your idle hours as best you could, either talking to your maid or flipping through the pages of a book, yet you could not forget your maid's faux surprise when she let you win at whist once again. You know she does it for your sake, but you wish she would not bother. Exclamations of surprise all ring hollow. They do not convince you, and you begin to fear as the day escapes you that her smiles will begin to seem similarly unconvincing. What will you do if your maid does not truly love you? This thought plagues you throughout the day and long into the night, so much so you welcome the inevitable oblivion of sleep. Your maid helps you into your nightgown, pale pink this time, the skin of a ripened peach, and she brushes out your hair as you sit before your vanity, 100 strokes delivered in a precise, pristine manner. She prepares you for bed as she does every night, with the stringent attention of an Egyptian embalmer, as if she means to prepare you for the afterlife. You lie in your bed at your maid's behest, pulling your sheets about you, cool and crisp and white and pure. You snuggle against Percy, whose fur is a little matted from old age, who's now missing one eye. You love your natty old teddy bear, of course, no matter how old he might be, no matter how threadbare. He's seen you through many dark, stormy nights, when the thunder cracked outdoors like dropped dishes and you feared you would die. He's always been your steadfast, stalwart companion. But you fancy that there's something of the grave about your poor, dear Teddy. He looks like a funeral gift, a token which will come with you to the afterlife. You cannot shake the feeling that this may well be the last night of unbroken slumber that you have in quite some time, that your world will fast alter before your very eyes. But surely you are being paranoid? Your maid might have been upset earlier, yes, but she is often upset. There is nothing to suggest that today's upset was any greater than the upsets of the past. Nothing to suggest that anything is amiss. You are overthinking things. You always do that. You worry too much, and you've been worrying more than usual lately, because you've been unwell. Your head feels too heavy, as though it's been eaten away by termites. It feels like a hole has been bored into your skull. It aches. And so, you sleep. You surrender yourself to dreams, where nothing can hurt you, where nothing can go wrong. You sleep, and you sleep, and you sleep. Oh god, do we die here or do we wake up? Oh fuck.
I don't...
We could...
Well, I would want to awake for, you know...
Yeah.
For the Maid, Yuri.
I know, but we could die here and be blissfully ignorant of just how awful everything is. Or we could keep going.
Oh, I don't know.
We could die thinking our maid might love us. What if it turns out the maid just doesn't love us at all? In the slightest. I'll make it a poll.
I kill myself. Well, I assume you're probably only going to get through one route tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'd rather you make this route a little longer. By...
Well, we'll see what everyone thinks.
Not dying.
In meta reasons, I do want to go on, but I'm also, like, really exhausted. Like, my eyes are a little bit dry. A little bit stingy, actually. They're actually a lot bit dry. It looks like everyone wants us to eventually awake. Alright, everyone. If a lot of you want us to eventually awake, then that's what'll happen. But you eventually awake. It is inevitable that you would, for nobody can sleep forever, no matter how much you might wish for it, no matter how much you might will it. Your eyelids flutter open inevitably, inexorably. You expect upon waking that you'll need to peer through the darkness, swimming through sheets of it pressing down upon you like fathoms upon fathoms of salty seawater. But to your surprise, you awake as you always have. It is light outside, and the sun streams in through your curtains. The light dapples your pillow and your cheek, gently warming you in an act of divine benediction. The sunlight is soft and soothing. You lean into it as a child might seek out their mother's touch. But there is something strange about your bedroom. A cursory glance, however, reveals that your room looks the same as it always has. The sheets pale blue, your favorite landscapes lining the walls in their ornate frames. Your little vials of perfume are still arranged upon your vanity, and so is your favorite sun hat. Nothing seems out of place, and yet, faintly, you can hear something. A whistle of the wind, perhaps, or... No, is that a scream? You sit up tight and you're upright in your bed, your slender body trembling, your eyes impossibly wide. You glance about, turning your head this way and that. Not too sharply, though, else your stomach will turn. You feel sick. You smell a particular aroma, or maybe it would be more correct to call it a stench. You do not yet know it in your innocent ignorance, but girls who have spent their times working on farms or in fancy kitchens would be able to name that smell in an instant. It is the stench of the slaughterhouse. Some great act of violence has been perpetuated downstairs beneath your very feet. But you are a well-bred young lady, and you do not know what blood is supposed to smell like. You know blood only when your monthlies arrive, and that blood, dead blood, is not the same as this blood. Freshly spilled all over the Turkish carpets. Your mind does not know the smell, but your body reacts to it all the same. You wince, winding your arms down your middle. It is a warm, sunny morning, but you find yourself shaking regardless. What is going on? You sit there in your bed for what feels a small eternity, waiting, straining your ears to detect the smallest of sounds, no matter how far away. Do I go to hell for saying they should have not explained what happened?
Maybe, yeah. I don't really care. I mean, like, oh, it's a bunch of rich aristocrats trying to sell off a young girl. Who fuck cares?
Well, that's not what I mean. Well, yeah, no. That's...
Who the fuck cares?
No, that's fair.
This maid is Jim. She's on our side.
That's true. No, that's true. Alright. Until eventually it comes to you. The repetitive tapping of approaching footsteps. There is somebody coming down the hallway. Somebody standing by your door. You see the handle twist. Hear the lock twist. Your breath catches in your throat. You turn your head and then... Milady!
Oh my
it's
goodness.
so good to see you again. Looking at your pretty face makes me feel better. I don't think there can be any more effective balm for my nerves. Not in all of the world. She's standing there just as you expected her to be. Just as you were hoping she would be. Your maid has arrived for you as she does every morning. She's wearing a usual attire. A tower. Okay, I'm stupid.
You're allowed to be a little stupid.
What?
You're allowed to be a little stupid.
You think I'm stupid?
I said you're allowed to be.
You think I'm stupid. You think I'm dumb. You think I'm dumb.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Kel.
Explodes.
No! In one hand, she's holding a tray, upon which is laden a teapot and a teacup and a couple of scones. Again, as she does every morning. Your maid has awoken you every morning for almost a decade. This is how it should be. It's how things always have been between you, and Now, you've always imagined they will be in the future, from now on, or so you like to imagine until the end of the world. This is what you want. But there is something horribly wrong with your maid. Her white apron isn't as spotless as it usually is. It's spattered instead in gobbets of bright red, and so are her hands. So are her cheeks. You suck in a breath upon seeing her. What little color you have voids your face, and your maid, seeing this, winces. She approaches by your bedside, and you cannot help but shrink away from her and says, "It's all right, milady. I know my current appearance might be alarming, but you don't need to worry about me. None of the blood is mine." So it is blood. You thought as much. You might not recognize its scent, not from a distance, but you're not so very sheltered that you do not know what blood looks like. It streaks across your maid's cheeks like a Celtic war paint of old, as if she's Boudica come to drive the Romans out of Britain. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it, it's always Rome. It's always Rome. Can't escape it. Her hands, meanwhile, are slick and wet with the stuff. A deep, rich red, it looks as though she's wearing gloves. Bright red smears the delicate tea tray at her hand. It mixes with the scent of your tea, so your stomach churns. This shouldn't be happening, but... Shh. Shh, your maid says, as if she's soothing a baby, though you haven't said anything yet. "It's all right, milady. Everything will be fine. You've endured a lot, I know, but you don't need to worry about that now. I fixed it all for you. I fixed everything. Everything will be all right. It's all fine." Your maid repeats these pretty little phrases like a broken automaton. Her mouth snapping open and closed as she sets your tray on your bedside table. Sets it down with a clink, just like always. She's acting just as she always does in the mornings, performing a pantomime of your shared routine, but there's a stiffness to her shoulders, an awkwardness in the way that she moves. She doesn't sound even remotely convincing. You look at her with anxious eyes, feeling like a small rabbit, one which has been cornered by a hungry fox. You swallow, your throat shifting. Then, very quietly, you ask her, "What happened? What did she do?" "It is unfortunate," your maid says after a pregnant pause, which suggests it really is anything but. "But your mother refused to listen to me. She was being rather recalcitrant, really. I told her once again that you had no interest in Lord Worthing, yet she ignored my pleas on your behalf. She was being quite cold, actually, positively frigid. Why, talking to her was just like trying to argue with a glacier. That's how receptive she was. She was so aloof I knew my words could never reach her. I'm not sure why I tried, really. I knew from the beginning that it was all useless, but still I wanted to believe. I tried to tell her how you felt, but it was in vain. I tried my best." Here, your maid's voice trails off. She inhales sharply, her pupils seeming to shrink inside her head, two pinpricks of color drifting in a sea of milky white. Her fingers curl at her chest, scrabbling, as if she means to dig into her own skin to tear out her own beating heart. She winces and then, "But what good is trying if it doesn't yield results? I knew it was a pointless endeavor from the beginning. Who would ever listen to a maid like me? I doubt the lord and lady know me from Eve. I've been working my fingers to the bone for them for years, ever since I was a child, ever since my 12th birthday, and for what? I might be your lady's maid, but the lords and ladies of the world, they can't distinguish me from the urchins who work in the kitchen. I am nothing to them. I am less than nothing to them. They did not care what I had to say, seemed offended, in fact, that I dared say anything to them at all. They wouldn't listen to me, so I had to make them listen. I had no other choice." You look at your maid mutely for a few moments. Mm. Watch her rock back and forth, her arms twined about her middle as if for protection. But what does she have to protect herself from? Surely she's taken care of any potential threats already. If anything, your parents are the ones who ought to have protected themselves from her. She might be a maid, but she is no mere maid. Her cheeks and fingers are not stained with coal from the scullery or ashes from the fireplaces, but with something far more vivid, far more vicious. You know what this is, of course. You can smell it in the air, rich and thick, so intense your nostrils twitch from it. You know what your maid has done, but stupidly, foolishly, you still ask her what she did. How did she make your parents listen to her? I made them listen. Her voice scattershot, a little distracted. The only way I knew how. The only way animals can be made to listen. I already told you, milady. Your parents are not half so genteel as they like to imagine themselves. They wear fine clothes, and they have all of these airs and graces. They're nothing more than beasts.
I'm right.
They're foul, filthy, and repentant animals. Your maid spits, her eyes narrowed with hatred, her words dripping with vitriol. And everybody knows that you can't reason with beasts. It is impossible. They don't understand words. So I had to use violence instead. I'm not proud of it, your maid continues, seeing the way you tense. But some sacrifices have to be made. I did it for your sake, you know, your maid continues, her voice soft and gentle, but deceptively so. In the past, your maid's caring tones used to reassure you. Now, however, they leave you feeling cold, uncomfortably chilled to the very marrow of your bones. I did it for your sake, the maids say, as though this is something you'd asked for, as though this was something you wanted. I did it for your sake, she said, her face mottled with bloody freckles, her once white apron stained with gore. I did it for your sake, she undoubtedly told herself, as she thrust the blade from a knife forth. If indeed she did use a knife, and she rent skin from bone, slicing flesh up like raw meat. She killed people. She killed your parents. She killed Lord Worthing too, though you cannot help but think at least he had it coming. And she doesn't...
Could you pause?
What? What? Huh?
Could you pause
Yes,
for a second? When do we get to choose our reaction to this? Because it feels like we're just reading the reaction. I agree with this.
Oh, oftentimes in these games you don't actually give your input.
Awful. Awful. Dog shit.
Most of these games you never even get to give your own input. These are more so visual novels. And, yeah. She killed Lord Worthing too, though. You cannot help but think he at least had it coming, and she doesn't look even remotely sorry. She doesn't even look shaken. Does she not care about what she's done? Or does she simply care about you more? You find yourself shivering despite the sheets which are draped about you. With uneasy eyes, you examine your maid, who seems to misunderstand your unease. She takes a seat up on the side of your bed. You try not to wince as she smears blood over your sheets, then cups your cheeks with both hands. She looks into your eyes, pupils dilating. They no longer look like pinpricks as she says, "Are you all right, milady? You're trembling so much. You aren't cold, are you?" Cold? You look at your maid mutely, momentarily dumbfounded. Does she truly believe that you tremble from the cold? How could that be when you're still swaddled beneath your sheets? It's a warm, sunny day, and the birds are chirping outside upon the boughs, the leaves green and verdant beneath the sunshine. The summer is coming. The weather is fair, and there is no need for you to shake so. The sunlight which graces your exposed shoulders is gentle, like the embrace of a lover. The maid's touch, meanwhile, makes your stomach churn. Her fingers are slick and sticky with blood. There is so much of it, it has begun to turn black. The blood, not her blood, as she was quick to reassure you, has coagulated on her fingers so it feels almost thick. sticky like tar or like, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna be so for real.
Treacle?
Treacle. Excuse me. The blood, your parents' blood, stains your bed sheets. It stains your cheeks. The smell of it is overpowering. Rich and coppery like old pennies, and it makes your stomach twist. You stare at your maid, your stomach twisting into knots. You wish that you could blink and all of this would disappear, that her hands would be wiped clean from blood and all would be well. But you know things can never be well again. She's already killed 3 people without flinching, perhaps more. Who was to say what she might do next? You were always so close, you and your maid, and yet the longer you stare at her, the more you find you no longer know her. You knew she had her passions, of course. Some of the things she said about your parents were decidedly unchristian, but never did you think she would go this far. Never did you think she had such violence within her, coiled within her like the dark exterior of a slumbering snake. You did not think, but you've never thought much, have you? As a cosseted, well-cared-for young lady, you never had to. You were not content exactly, but you allowed others to make all your decisions for you. Oh, hi, Natasha. Oh my god, I hope wisdom tooth removal goes well. I'm sorry, that took all the tension out of the scene. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. That is how you were raised. You thought it was right. You thought it correct that your parents were the ones to map out your future. That they had the final say on your future happiness and unhappiness both. You never thought about rebelling. The only time you ever asked if something of your own accord was when you inquired, so shyly, that whether your maid might become your personal servant. That is the only time you've ever spoken for yourself. So of course other people will try to speak for you. They'll put words into your mouth, and they will carry out deeds on your supposed behalf that you never asked for. Violent, visceral deeds which leave you feeling faint. If your parents saw it fit to wed you to Lord Worthing, then it's only natural that your maid would see it fit to halt this. She's not done anything that your parents have not done for you, to you already. Like them, she's taken your future into her own hands. She's doing what she thinks is the best for your supposed benefit. But why did she never ask? You would expect such callousness from your parents who never seemed to care about you, but your maid? You thought that you could trust her. You loved her, but she didn't love you in turn. Not the way you wanted to be loved. She took your love and trampled on it. She acted without your knowing, and now she claims she did it all for your sake? How could she? You continue to stare at your maid, frozen in place like a sculpture, as your maid examines you. She holds your cheeks between her palms, her red palms stained with gore, and exhales. She frowns and says, "Oh, Justine, my dear darling lady, why are you looking at me like that as though you don't know me? Why are you trembling so? You've no need to fear me. I never meant to hurt you. I was trying to help you. I did it all for you. Just like the tea, that was all for you too. It's always been for you." The tea? What is she talking about? What other secrets has your maid been hiding from you? You are sure now that she's been keeping secrets. Nobody can murder at least 3 people in cold blood without being capable of subterfuge to the highest degree. What other lies has she been feeding you? Sickly sweet. Like macarons. You stare at your maid while your maid stares back at you, her eyes borne to yours while her lips slowly purse. Her voice, when she next speaks, is soft and gentle. She speaks to you as a mother might recite a child's bedtime story. Her cadence soft and gentle, disturbingly so, given she is still covered in blood from tip to toe. "Yes, the tea," she says, and though you've already begun to grasp its significance, are now beginning to wonder whether you want to know what she's been doing. It was in the tea all along. I put it in the tea, but I had to. I had no choice. There it is again. That well-worn excuse which can only get her so far. I had no choice. Perhaps such an excuse might work if she was trying to explain throwing away a pair of old stockings so fully there could no longer be darned, but to explain away a murder? Several murders? It doesn't quite ring true. Your parents said you were wed to Lord Worthing, but I knew you had no interest in the man. You complained about him enough, though. No, that isn't quite true. You do not complain, do you, Justine? You're too virtuous to complain. Not like me. Far too well-bred. Your parents told you that women oughtn't to cry their lots in life. They told you to be obedient, and you took this lesson to heart. You never complained, but I knew it was in your heart. I knew you did not want to marry him. Why would you, an officious, pompous bore like that? I certainly had no fondness to spare for that awful man, his little mustache and his inflated sense of superiority. So I devised a plan. It was quite the ingenious plan, really, if you don't mind me boasting. No, you don't mind her boasting. Your maid has committed sins far greater than vanity this morning. Thank you, I'm glad you understand, your maid says with a small smile. Now, you've probably gathered what I did already. You've always been such a smart girl. But since I'm here and I'm covered in blood, I might as well tell you. For the last fortnight, I've been mixing hemlock into your tea. Hemlock, is that not toxic? Your maid says with a small smile. She nods. Yes, indeed. Good job, Justine. Dear Justine. I knew you would understand. You've always been so very clever. I dug the hemlock in the dark, in the woods by the garden, and I've been mixing it into your tea ever since. Not enough to kill you, of course, but enough to incapacitate you, certainly. I'd thought if you fell ill, deathly ill, but ill enough that your parents would take some degree of pity on you. I thought their fond feelings for the daughter would trump their desire to make an allegiance with Lord Worthing, and they would call the wedding off. I'd hoped that they would love you more than they loved the allure of gold. But I was wrong. I put too much faith in your parents. The beasts, the bastards that they are. And your sickness didn't compel them to call off the wedding. If anything, they seemed inclined to speed up the preparations for fear you might pass away before Lord Worthing had a chance to put a ring upon your lovely little finger. They were determined to wed you regardless of the cost, even if the stress, as the physician deduced, of your upcoming nuptials was eating away at you. Dr. Godwin herself said the wedding might be the cause of your mysterious malady, but that did not sway your parents. I feared that nothing could. They were too callous to care for you, my dear Justine. They had no fond feelings for you, even when you were horribly sick. Your maid's fingers, which were once cupping your cheeks so gently, now tighten. You feel her nails scraping against your skin. Feel cold, hard keratin beneath the blood, and you wince. So I killed them. I killed them, using a cleaver which I liberated from the kitchen. Ah, so that is the murder weapon, is it? You'd wondered. I cut your fine, fancy father's throat. I cut it so deeply, a jet of blood spurted from it in a crimson spray. It caught me here, here, and here too, your maid says, now gesturing towards herself. For such a fastidious man, he made an awful mess. It was quite unpleasant, really, but it was easy work. My cleaver went inside his throat so easily. He offered no resistance at all. It was just like slaughtering a lamb, and I've done that often enough on my parents' farm. He crumpled to the ground in seconds after I tugged the cleaver out, and that is when I made a start on your mother. Her, I disemboweled like the sow that she is. Sow, I know. I'll do it again. Her, I disemboweled like the sow that she is. Her intestines spilled out of her stomach in a warm rush. I wish you could have seen it, Justine. I'm certain you would have found it satisfying. There was more blood, but I was able to avoid the worst of the splatter this time. I learned, you see, and I adapted. I might be a maid, but I'm no fool. I pulled out her intestines like a garland. They splattered all over the floor. They were pinkish and seemed to pulsate in the lights of the drawing room. If I'd wanted, I could have worn them like a stole or hung them up like a wreath. But I didn't do that, of course. I'm not twisted, not deranged. I wanted only to teach her a lesson. A lesson, you think grimly. Oh, a lesson, you think grimly. Your mother will have been bound to forget. Your grasp of human biology is poor. It's not a subject you were ever schooled in. Your parents thought it too vulgar for a young lady, but you know that no human can survive with their intestines pulled out. Not for long, at least. Oh, your poor mother. You were never very close to her. In fact, you might have been afraid of her, but still, you find yourself imagining your final moments. You imagine your maid descending upon her, the full soles of her boots heavy on the floor, and you wince. For all your mother's faults, you do not think she deserves such a grisly death. You can't imagine anybody would. Oh, I still have water, oh my god. I'm sorry, my mouth is so dry. Of course, I dispatched Lord Worthing, too. Your maid continues, her voice low and hurried, almost feverish. I'd rather not dwell on what I did to him. It isn't exactly ladylike. Because pulling your mother's intestines out of her abdomen is a much more appropriate topic of conversation, yes, sir. But needless to say, he won't be bothering you anymore either. None of them will. Not your parents, nor Lord Worthing, nor any of the silly servants who tried to stop me. I dispatched of all.
Okay,
of
maybe
them.
that part isn't
They
good.
are all dead and gone now, my dear Justine. Nobody can make you marry if you do not wish to. Nobody can harm you. I did this all for you, my mistress, my lady, and my one true love. You were once caged away like a little bird, but now you are free. Is that not wonderful? Couldn't you laugh out loud for joy? Don't you feel thankful? Your maid stares at you, her eyes wide and dark and awful like two bottomless pits, two vast, staring voids. You can tell that there is something deeply, deeply wrong with your maid, and as though the reddish-brown blood daubed on her front did not make that immediately obvious. Once, you thought you could trust her. Now, you fear you would be a fool if you continue to do so. How can you trust somebody who not only lets herself lose in whist, but who has killed your parents? You do not overly care much about Lord Worthing, and who has been steadily poisoning you. One of these crimes would be bad enough, but all three?
Losing in West?
Yeah. That really is unforgivable. You wonder whether you should tell your maid as much. Funnily enough, you do not feel at all thankful about her intervention, but you're not afforded the choice. You open your mouth, but no words come out. Instead, you find yourself coughing. A dry, hacking cough so loud it takes you by surprise. You press a hand to your mouth, your eyes squeeze shut from the sheer shock of it. You feel like a weak, feeble, fragile thing as you cough over and over. Your whole body quakes. You feel incredibly bony as you hack dryly, chest heaving. You've been coughing a lot lately. Ever since you fell sick, ever since your maid made you sicken, but it's never hurt so much as it does now. It feels as though your throat is being scoured by steel wool and there's an unpleasant taste bubbling on your tongue. Is that... Oh, milady! Your maid exclaims, agonized on your behalf, as you start to cough. Are you alright? It sounds as though you're in pain. Here, take this. Feel free to make use of it. Like everything else I own, it's all yours. Your maid hands you a kerchief as she speaks, a neat little square of fabric which was folded up and stashed away inside her skirt pocket. But your maid's clothes are spattered with gore. You know that the handkerchief is quite clean, almost perversely so. It seems strange that this little square of fabric should have emerged from your maid's multiple murders unscathed, but it does not remain so for long. You press the kerchief against your mouth gratefully. Your maid might have murdered your parents, but she is doing you a kindness, allowing you to preserve your dignity. You cough against it over and over, while your maid rubs your trembling back, muttering soothing remarks as she does. Eventually, your coughing fit subsides. You draw the kerchief away, feeling lightheaded, and the moment you do, you gasp. The kerchief was once ivory, but no longer. It, too, has been stained bright red. A vivid flower is beginning to blossom upon it, even redder than the roses which grow in the garden outdoors. Naturally, it is blood. Naturally, it is your blood. You've coughed up phlegm before, but never blood. You're accustomed to your monthlies, but never before has your blood bubbled from your mouth. You stare at the kerchief, shocked into silence. Your fingers curl about it. They curl so tightly your knuckles crack while your maid sighs. Oh dear, she says, sounding so softly, sweetly sympathetic of you almost, but not quite forget what she has done. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I suppose that will be the tea taking effect. I slipped a little more hemlock into it yesterday than usual. I thought it prudent after I had that altercation with your mother. I'd already discerned that she would not listen to reason yesterday morning, when I tried to dissuade her from wedding you to Lord Worthing. I saw your future before my eyes, a future where you would suffer, kept under the thumb of that odious man. So I sought to liberate you using whatever means necessary. Naturally, I planned to kill your parents. Naturally, she says, as though it is, well, the most natural thing in the world. How funny! You don't think that mass murder is the natural answer one would put upon, but then again, you're no great thinker. You're no scientist, and neither are you a scholar. You're just a lady. Who are you to say what's natural? But I wanted some insurance, in case my plan was unsuccessful. I thought I would poison you more thoroughly than before, so that you would at least die, even if your parents did not. This way, I could ensure that you would never have to marry that awful Lord Worthing. He will never be able to walk you down the aisle now, not if you are a corpse. Though he will have a hard time trying to walk anywhere at the moment, with his head split open like a pomegranate. He was easier to best than I imagined. I slaughtered him so easily, even though he took up a poker. He tried to defend himself, but he knew not what to do with it. He jabbed at me a few times, rather ineffectually too, as if we were fencing. He probably did fence in that university of his. Your maid continues, her upper lip curled with obvious derision. He fancied himself an expert with a rapier, but he had no bloodlust in him. He was only showing off, into a room full of corpses, too. Well, I soon disarmed him, then I all but decapitated him. He will not be able to wed you. But I had to be certain, your maid continues, taking your cheeks between her fingers once more. I had to know that he would never be able to marry you, even if I was unable to best him. It was a foolish worry of mine, as I can now see, but I was doing it for your sake, Justine. Your maid entreats, her fingers sticky against your skin. All of this I have done for you. I meant to save you from your fate however I could, even if I had to kill you. And is it inevitable that you will die? Your maid finishes for you. There is a small pause, and then, yes, I should think so. You're coughing up blood, dear thing. You have not long left for this world, but don't worry, I love you. I love you, so I will not leave you. I cannot live without you, your maid says, as though this ought to make you feel better, smearing your cheeks as she speaks with obscene red makeup. You realize, as she holds you, that your maid has an irritating habit of telling you not to worry, as if you are an idiot child with no brain in your head. She thinks you a fool. But perhaps she's correct. She only resorted to such drastic measures because you refused to do anything about your own plight. If only you'd spoken up against your marriage match to Lord Worthing, perhaps this never would have happened. Your parents have always been cold and uncaring, but they might have been more inclined to listen to you than a mere maid. Perhaps you could have avoided this if only you'd been a bit braver. But it's too late to worry about such things now. You're in so much pain at this point that death itself might be a mercy. There is nobody I love more than you, your maid continues, her voice soft now but frantic, her every syllable threatening to singe you like the flame of a candle. I can't live in a world without you, my dear Justine. I do not even want to imagine it. It would hurt far too much, even more than a knife in the ribs, or a cleaver to the throat. So let us both die together, your maid announces, her voice feverish, her cheeks faintly pink. I think that would be wonderfully romantic. Do you not agree, milady? Why, we'd be just like Romeo and Juliet. You're not too sure about that. You never much liked Romeo and Juliet. Though it's touted as a romance, you think it awfully macabre, and you fail to see why either Romeo or Juliet had to die. It's all horribly contrived, nothing more than a series of misunderstandings. In the grim, unforgiving world you live in, you sometimes think it would be the braving ending, to allow both Romeo and Juliet some happiness. You've always thought death to be an unsatisfying ending to any story. It is final and leaves no room for confusion, no room for further conversation. Death is the absence of all meaning. It comes for all of us in the end, yes, but it strips us of all of our complexities, of our idiosyncrasies, of our hypocrisies. In death, we are all the same. In death, we are all equal, which means that in death, we are all equally worthless. You wish to tell your maid that you see nothing romantic in a joint suicide, that if she knew you as well as she claims, she would know that, but you cannot get out the words. You're coughing too much. More blood-red bile escapes from your lips. Your spittle is starting to turn pink and you heave. You feel as though you'll be sick, but you're not alone in your suffering. Your maid looks at you somberly, her eyes half-lidded. She seems sad, at least, at what she has wrought, but she is not particularly apologetic. She seems to regard your death as an inevitability, like the slow and steady sinking of a ship. I know, dear one, I know it hurts, but I'll be joining you soon. Please, wait for me, milady. Give me a few moments more. Together, we'll die as one. Then nobody will be able to separate us. Your maid brings a delicate, willow-patterned teacup to her lips. A string of steam exudes from the surface of the tea, which is darker than you've ever seen it. It looks almost black. It's a good thing your maid did not ask you to sip from this cursed cup, or you know you would have balked at it. Your maid tried to hide the hemlock in your tea, so you would sip it obediently, like a good girl, which means she's been far more heavy-handed with her own refreshment. The tea is more toxic than tea. It looks worryingly black, like the extremities of a corpse, like ashes strewn in a fireplace. The maid inhales. Then she drinks. You watch as she downs the contents of her teacup, watch as her throat convulses, and as she sets the cup aside upon its saucer. Your maid sways, her eyes widen, with her pupils dilating until they seem to consume her whites entirely. She lurches forward, and you wonder for a moment whether she will expire on the spot, but no. Once more, her slick red palms find your cheeks. She holds you a little more tightly this time, a little more desperately. And she crushes her lips to yours in a kiss. You can taste the poison on her lips, can taste it on her tongue. You gasp against the kiss, hard and harsh and entirely unwanted, and your maid uses this to her advantage. She slides her tongue inside your mouth, her tongue which tastes of decay and disease. She drank such a highly concentrated dosage of poison, you're surprised it did not turn her tongue black, that it did not just start crumble at the root. Her tongue tastes oddly fleshy, however, in your mouth. It's not turned to ashes, though you fear soon it will meet such a sorry fate. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. On and on, your maid kisses you. You taste the hemlock in her saliva, its flavor more intense than anything you've tasted before. Your maid does it. I'm sorry. Your maid draws your tongue into her own mouth. She suckles on it as a baby might its mother's teat. And as the poison slowly floods your body, your consciousness begins to fade. Unbidden, your eyes droop shut, your eyelids hard and heavy, just like lead. Your fingers have started to feel horribly, unnaturally cold. Your heartbeat, meanwhile, begins to slow. You succumb, bit by bit, to your own inevitable end, to the inevitability of the grave, and the worms which wish to make mincemeat out of your slender, lily-like limbs. But no, this is not a past you wish to recall. This is not a past you wish to reclaim. Did you not see any other paths available to you as you drifted? Any other lives which might be more satisfactory? Why don't you reach out and see, quickly now while you still can? Why don't you see who else you might have been and what else you might become? Oh, shit. Okay.
We save and come back.
I suppose we save. And we come back to this later. Well, isn't that a place to end off for the night, huh? 2 hours, 23 minutes. What a hell of a stream. Fuck everyone. Goddamn, what does everyone think?
It's big.
No, I don't have a great voice. Shut up.
Amy does have a great voice. You have such a great voice.
Shut up. No, I don't.
You did a very good job.
Oh, thank you. What was that? That's Toxic Yuri. That's what Toxic Yuri is like. Everyone dies. She didn't want it. It's very bloody.
Couldn't have been me. I would have wanted it.
No, not a castle. She's only a lady, aka a lord.
The
She had a
only
mansion.
part,
Also, she was American.
the only part I don't like about that was she killed the servants as well.
You have a really nice. Well, let me take my pill.
Evie does have a very nice voice. Everyone praise Evie.
Hold on, let me take my pills first. I have to take my pills. I'm taking my pills because I know spironolactone is gonna make me pass out. That's why I didn't take them earlier. Don't. Yeah.
Evie, everyone be nice to Evie.
Why? But. Oh my god! I took all the pills at once and they all just got caught in my throat. Oh my god! I got them down with water, but.
I suppose they did need to be dealt with. I don't know what else she was supposed to do in that situation, but I'm sad that she did do that.
I'm the maid here, and I am. I think I do think we kind of had to go. Hey, they were in the way. They were in the. Oh.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Stygian Raven.
Stupid mutt.
Say thank you.
No.
Say thank
No.
you. Grabs you by the scruff. Say thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
You need to
Let's
work
go.
on your girl voice. Just practice it by like reading out stories for a long time like that. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's where we're gonna have to leave off for the night, isn't it, Cal?
Yeah.
I guess.
Are you gonna get off my lap?
Do I have?
Or do you
Do
want
I
to
have
stay
to?
here? Okay. You don't have to.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. It might be Minecraft, might be more Yuri, might be Plants vs Zombies, might be Vic 2. Who knows? Who knows? You know, genuinely, who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna make her stream with me tomorrow, so.
You can't make me do anything. I don't think you can.
I made you stream with me today.
No, you asked and I said yes because I appreciated it.
Yeah. I'm still going to make you.
I don't see how you can do that. Vic 2, please. We'll probably do. I'll probably do a Vic 2 stream because it's been a long time since I've done Vic 2. But yeah, I'll see you all around. Good night, everyone. Good night. Cal, say good night to everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hope you had fun.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, talk about it on the Discord. Talk about the Yuri in general chat. Talk about the Yuri, or in the Yuri channel.
In your chat.
In the Yuri.
Yeah, talk about Yuri in the Yuri channel.
Yeah, the one that you have to have, well, levels to have and stuff. Oh wait, I'll be doing the Victoria, the EU4 game tomorrow is what I'll be doing. Yeah, I'm in an EU4 MP. I'm hot joining as Cambodia, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Good night, everyone.